So I just kind of went through all that stuff.
Have you ever experienced racism in while serving?
You know, I want to say, in a way, giving respect to the military. You know, I don't want to disrespect people because I don't want people to think that it's just isolated in the military. Racism is everywhere, as we know. And I definitely dealt with it, and sometimes I felt like I was being the target of certain things. I was writing a book for myself, for my upbringing, and people, like in the SEAL team especially, that's a no-no. They think you're writing about the SEALs, which I wasn't. I was writing about my upbringing. I wanted people to hear this story, as I'm still doing now. And for some reason, the guys that I was telling about it, it got to the upper echelon of command, and they called me in the office, and they was kind of like on me and berating me about this stuff, and I'm like, this has nothing to do with y'all.
Right.
You don't. Some guys have not gotten to a point of a position of power where they should have been able to. I'm trying to say, level up in rank, right? But they needed to do a position first. But that position, it wasn't given to them, it wasn't offered to them, so they could rank up. So there's a lot of stuff that you'll face in the military as well, but it's just the way it is.
It's hard, man, because it's such a sensitive topic, especially for you. But things happen. Like we all are human beings, and I don't want to kind of corrupt nobody's mind or mention certain things, but people aren't above issues happening, sexual harassment. You know, basic training, it leads to death. You know, certain things does, you know, racism, being one of 50 people that are trying to become a part of an elite group, you just look different, right? I tell my kids all the time, to some degree, the cafeteria experiment, right? First day of school, the cafeteria experiment is when you get your food and you look out onto the cafeteria, you're not going to go to the table that doesn't look like you. You're not going to go to the table that's like, yo,
that's true.
Nah, I'm good on that. Nah, I just go sit at that table by myself. And that right there is where it's permeating and has permeated the United States and anywhere, not just the military. We're talking about in corporate America. We're talking about in the NFL. We're talking about in the NBA. We're talking, bro, there's certain things that it still exists. And no matter how high, no matter how low you go, it's still there. So I always want to keep people aware of like, yo, it still happens. Now it may not get magnified or you know, put on the forefront like this is what happened, but it's just the reality. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's susceptible to that. But one of the things that I do feel is genuine is when you go through trials and tribulations with a person or people, it bonds you for life.
100%. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So white, black, green, blue, you know, Japan, Tokyo, Africa, whatever your descent is, and we go through something together, bro, we brothers for life.
100%.
We sisters for life. Like, man,